Um, that is a very common fear, honestly. I still have times when it's like, I shouldn't push it more. I'm going to break it. But honestly, the best thing you can do as an animator is push things too far and then pull it back. Push it to the point that it is most definitely broken. So push a pose and I don't have anything. Well, let's go over here. So I'm going to just draw it here because I don't have my drawing program open. Let's say I want a character that leans to the side here. Same that Milo is doing right there. Well, I could pose out my character and I could end up with a pose that's leaning over like this. And the character is leaning. And it's like, oh, yay. Great. And it's like, oh, but maybe I should push it a little bit more. So I'll nudge it a little bit more right there. And okay, is that enough? Maybe I'll nudge it a little bit more. It gets very tiring very quick, and you never really get far enough. So, overcrank it, break it, go to the point where, yeah, this pose is most definitely broken. So maybe I'm going to push the character so that their body is almost horizontal, and let's see, what would their legs be doing? I'm trying to do this all from kind of imagination here. They would be leaning over right there, and then their head is kind of like over there. So we're imagining this is the back of the character. So now they're twisted this way. Maybe the head isn't like there, but like up here. So now you've got that twist in the body right there. Great. Honestly, is that too far? It's actually not bad. Like, I could actually see this working. It's a little broken right at the hip here, but it doesn't look awful. Maybe I should push it more. You can see how I pushed it to a point where I thought it was going to be broken, and instead I now have a kind of like reevaluation. Oh, maybe I can push this more. Maybe I do find like, oh no, this is not going to work for what I want. So I'll just pull it back a little bit. It's much easier to go too far, break it, and then pull it back a little bit than it is to kind of keep pushing a little bit. Oh, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe one more. Yeah, more. You'll never get there. You'll never, ever, ever get there. Break it. Push it. Go to the extreme. So maybe I'll pull it back here more and then kind of push the line of action here. Just a little bit more in that pose. So we get something like this. So much cleaner curve. And you can see how much more interesting it is compared to that first one. Now, hopefully this all reads because my drawing skills are not the best. So if this doesn't read too well, I apologize. But push your poses, over exaggerate. And it is hard. It is still very hard for me to go, okay, I'm going to break this. But we saw it with Arcane when Vi ducked down before she jumped. Her head was down to her chin was down to her belt line. When we looked at the shots yesterday, there was a shot where she was crouched down and her head was basically between her knees. And it worked. So the problem is I don't know what to exaggerate. That's where master studies come in. That's where you need to study and look at other poses. So the way you start is, I want to do a pose with a character, let's say crouched down. Look at real life reference of people crouching down. Study that. Look at cartoons where characters are crouching down, or games. Look at that, study that. Try to replicate those poses. Do master studies. From there, try to exaggerate. Pay attention to what they are exaggerating in cartoons and other animated clips compared to the reference you already looked at. You will then start to see, oh, I can push this part and add a little twist there, and that's going to get me to where I need to go. So it's studying, it's building that library. As animators, that's what we do a lot of our time, is studying. It is not just animating. We need to know what we are animating, why we are animating. So take that time to study it. It's going to help a lot. And that's part of the process. And for me, one of my favorite parts, because you get to learn a lot of cool things that you never thought you'd learn. I never thought I'd learn about ballet, but now I've got this like repertoire in my brain that has like all the different plies and all of that kind of stored in the back, and the hand pose that you're gonna do and the way you move your hand. All of that's just stored in the back there somewhere. Never thought that would happen. Or the rules for caber toss. I never thought I'd learn about caber toss. I got that stuck in there now. Yeah, it's a lot of studying.